Inclusive education is an element that is essential in fostering equality and social cohesion in Nigeria's diverse society. It involves designing educational systems to accommodate learners of all backgrounds, including those with disabilities, those from different ethnic groups and socio-economic groups, and those facing other barriers to access. In Nigeria, where over 200 million people represent a multitude of culture and community, it is important that every child gets a chance to go to school and learn. Inclusive and equitable education is a strategic necessity for national development. Hello there, thank you for joining us again. Our discussion today is centered on the importance of inclusive education in Nigeria. Nigeria's educational journey has been marked by both progress and persistent challenges. Since independence in 1960, successive governments have introduced policies aimed at expanding access to education, but inequalities still persist. The colonial legacy, combined with economic constraints and social inequalities, have contributed to a system where marginalized groups, particularly children with disabilities, girls in rural areas, and internally displaced persons, are left behind. The national policy on education have emphasized inclusivity, and in recent years, there has been a renewed focus on promoting inclusive education as a means to address inequality in Nigeria's education. Recent numbers show that many children with disabilities are not in school, and children or girls from poor areas are less likely to attend school. Recognizing this disparity, the Nigerian government in 2021 launched a national policy on inclusive education, aiming to improve infrastructure, train teachers on inclusive practices, and promote community awareness. The NGOs and other groups are also working hard to support inclusive education. Supporters say that inclusive education is essential to promote Nigeria's social and economic growth. By integrating marginalized groups into mainstream schools, Nigeria can harness the talent and potential of all its citizens, thereby fostering national unity and reducing social inequality. Inclusive education also promotes a more just society where diversity is respected and celebrated. However, critics argue that limited resources, logistical challenges, and cultural resistance are significant barriers. Some argue that the current infrastructure and teacher training program are insufficient to support the widespread inclusion. While these concerns are valid, many experts believe that with targeted investment, policy reforms, and community engagement, Nigeria can overcome these obstacles and build a more inclusive educational system. Inclusive education is not merely an educational policy, but a fundamental human right that can transform Nigeria's future. It offers a pathway for reducing inequality, empowering marginalized population, and fostering national development. To achieve meaningful progress, Nigerian educators, policymakers, and community must collaborate to allocate adequate resources, implement inclusive curricula, and challenge cultural biases. The government's commitment to policies on inclusive education must be matched by effective action at the grassroots level. What are your thoughts? Do well to share them in the comment section. I am Inioluwa Alabi, and this is Insight on Ask Nigeria News. Thank you for joining us.